Yo, what's up, world? It's Steve here. Coming back to you again with another video. Um, I just wanted to talk to y'all. Do with the whole thing about Gen Z being lazy and Gen Z not wanting to work. Um, I fall in that category of Gen Z myself, right? And so, you have a lot of boomers, and you do have some people in Generation X that say that, you know, Gen Z is lazy and Gen Z doesn't want to work, which is not true. Okay, it's not that Gen Z doesn't want to work. It's not that Gen Z is lazy. It's not that Gen Z is just trying to, just trying to take the scapegoat and trying to cut corners. It's not that at all. What it is it's that um, the problem is with today's economy, you know, you can't afford to live. Not in today's economy. You just can't afford to live. You know, $15 an hour in today's time is not livable. Same thing with $16 an hour, $20 an hour. In today's time, that pay rate is not a livable pay rate. Not back when the boomers and Gen X were coming up. When they were coming up, that was livable. But now, it's not livable. Millennials and Gen Z, we can't live off of that. And, it's like, you know, people think that Gen Z and millennials, we're just, we're just a group of we're just lazy people. We don't want to do nothing with our lives. We don't want, it's not that we don't want to work. It's that, you know, now we're working to survive. We're not working to live. We're working to survive. And that's the problem. And I think that's something that boomers and, some people in Gen X don't understand is that, now it's just, you know, we're not working to live. We're working to survive. And, you know, it's now it's hard, right now, since, now that, Joe Biden is in office, I want to go there, but it is what it is. Got to say it. Now that Joe Biden is in office, things have gotten more harder. Things have gotten harder. Food is up, rent is up. The price of basic needs is up, like, deodorant and shampoo and all that stuff. You know, the price of bills have gone up. And, like I said in my last video, everything has went up except for our paychecks. Our paychecks are the only thing that never went up. And, I don't think, boomers understand that, $15 in this day and age is not as equivalent as back when they were coming up. $15 back then when the boomer generation was coming up, that was livable. They could live off of that. They could buy a house off of that. They could feed a whole family off of that. But now in today's time, you can't buy a house with that. You can't feed a family with that. $15 an hour, $16 an hour, $17 an hour, $20 an hour. Can't live off of that. Not in today's time. And, I'm getting sick and tired of people saying that, Gen Z is lazy, Gen Z is this, Gen Z, which is not true. We're overworked, we're underpaid. We barely get any time to, go out and spend time with our friends and family. Most of the time, we go to work, we come home, we go to bed. Even on our days off, we're just lounging around in bed, just burnt out. Getting ready for the next day. Me, I've been, yeah, I've been trying to take care of myself, but it's been, since working, it's been hard to do that. because I'm being I'm overworked, I'm underpaid. I could barely do the things that I need to do and also want to do. And I'm not the only one that's going through that. There are tons of people that are being overworked, underpaid, going through burnout, because that's what it is. A lot of us have been burnt out working at these jobs. A lot of these jobs have burnt us out. And you see the rise of people quitting their jobs, and it's no wonder why, because you know people are just tired of having to get up, go to work, and and make them like make shit pay, because the pay right now is shitty. Like, let's be honest. In today's time, the pay now is shitty. So it's not that Gen Z doesn't want to work. It's not that Gen Z is lazy. It's just we're tired of being overworked, underpaid, and burnt out. We're tired of having to go to work and then come home, and then go to work, come home, go to work, come home, and then a week or 2 weeks later, you know we get this shitty paycheck that can barely hold us up financially. You know, 400 something dollars, 500 something dollars. Even when you make over $1,000 in today's time, I mean, it's hard to live off of that. Like, it's really hard to live off of that in today's time, because, like I said, everything has gone up. Our economy has changed over time, and because of that, now it's hard for us to live. And here's something that these boomers do not want to take responsibility for. And that one thing is, destroying our economy, because that's exactly what the boomers did. The boomers destroyed our economy. And they want to sit up here and talk about, oh, why is everything going? It's because of y'all. Y'all are the reason why shit went up. Y'all are the reason why going to work is meaningless. Like, y'all are the reason for that. Y'all are the fucking reason for that. And the fact that millennials and Generation Z, my generation, the fact that we have to suffer because of y'all is absolutely insane. It's insane, because y'all destroyed our economy. Y'all didn't make it better. Y'all made it worse. Y'all made it so bad to the fact that my generation, we can't. The only thing we can do is go to work just so that we could survive and not live. We work to survive. Nowadays, it's like you got to work to survive. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And the thing is, you know, every week or every 2 weeks, we're getting paid peanuts just for doing, especially like a hard labor job now. A hard labor job. Like, I used to do moving, right? I used to be a mover, made 15 an hour plus tips, right? Every week, because you get paid weekly plus tips, right? So every week, I get like 400 something dollars, you know, every week. You know, my last check I got, it was over 500 something dollars. But, it's like, I'm sitting here like, like, damn, I'm getting paid peanuts just to move people's stuff around. Like, something ain't right about that. So, I made the decision to just up and leave. So, but yeah, you know, it's not, like I said, it's not that Gen Z is lazy. It's not that Gen Z doesn't want to work. It's just we're tired of working just to survive. That's the problem. We have to work in order to survive, especially in today's time. We have to work in order to survive. Like think about that for a second. Like we have to get up and work in order to survive. And the majority of us, we don't even want to get up and work, but we have no choice but to. And now it's hard. Living off of 15 an hour, 19 an hour, 20 an hour. That is hard. It's hard to do that in today's time. Maybe back when you were coming up. I mean, when I say you, I mean you boomers. When y'all were coming up, it was y'all could live off of that. But I can't live off of that shit. You know what I mean? I can't live off of that. Nobody in my generation can live off of that. Not in today's time. Like we literally have to, get up, not only, work one job but two jobs, and not just, it's. And there are some people that I know that don't only just work two jobs but three jobs just to survive, just so that they can still have a roof over their head, just so that they could be able to pay their bills. And they still come up short. After they pay off their rent and their bills and stuff, they still come off short. They still come up short financially. So it's we're living we're living in a stressful time now because our economy is fucked up. Everything, food, rent, bills, all that went up. So we're living in a stressful time right now financially because it's not like it was back in, like, if it was some, like if this was like the 80s or the 90s or the early 2000s or the 70s or the 60s, yeah, I could understand. Yeah, I could see how that could be livable, but now it's 2024. You can't live off of 15 an hour. You can't live off of 16 an hour. You can barely get by now financially. And you boomers have messed it up. And that's something that y'all don't want to talk about. You boomers have messed that up. Y'all are the reason why our economy is fucked up the way it is. But y'all don't want to take responsibility for that. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Post your comments down below. Um, Let me know what y'all thoughts are on this. Because to me, like I said, I'm Gen Z. I'm not lazy. I do want to work. But the thing is, you know, the money that I make now is not livable. So, I mean, I don't know what y'all think. Post your comments down below. Hit the like button, subscribe. Uh, do all that. Do all that. So, so I'm out of here. Peace.